Good afternoon everybody and welcome to Crafty Cleggs. So welcome to our first sitting of our Christmas in July journal. I did come on last time and just show you all the things that we'd need, and today I want to show you how I am going to try and attempt to put my cover together. Now please don't think that you're going to get any experience, is that the right word? No. Professional. You're going to get any professional hints and tips here because I'm quite new to it. Like I said, I do it just for fun, and I just thought it'd be a really nice idea for you to join along with me and yeah, see what we do. So what I've got here is my cutout. I've already cut them out, as you can see. I have showed you these in the last video, and they're just tree shapes. Now I am not a lover of pointed trees, and it doesn't matter anyway because I will be putting a star on the top of mine in, let me show you, in this gold fabric. And what my husband has very kindly done for you all, he has done this printout. I will leave the link to the PDF down in the description box below. These are all the Christmas trees. Now you can have, I've got 5 here, but you can either have 4, 3, you can enlarge them or make them smaller. It's entirely up to you. And then over on this side, there's like a church shaped window. That is going to be for later on in the month when we do something for inside the journal. So do keep that, cut it out and keep it somewhere safe. So if you click on the description box below, there's a PDF for you to download this and you can print it off at home. I mean, you don't have to do that. You can make your own shapes up. You don't have to put a Christmas tree on the front of this. You can do anything at all, but this is just what I am doing. So, excuse me, I have got my 5 pieces here, plus my little tiny trunk. So obviously the biggest is going to go at the bottom, and then the next one up, so forth and so on until you've got the tiny one at the top like that. Now, I am just using 2 fabrics. You can use as many fabrics as you like. You can have them higgledy-piggledy like this, which I quite like the look of that. You can have them all nice and neat and straight. Entirely up to you. So, what I'm going to do, like I said, this is a bit of trial and error. I'm not sure. I have thought about how to do this, so I don't know. Just bear with me. So, what I thought I would do is cut out the shapes around this, so use this as a template and cut out the shape like this. So you'll need a pair of scissors. That might be a bit big, so we'll get a smaller pair. Oh, these aren't very good. I should really get my fabric scissors from over on my other desk, but we've started now, so we'll carry on. I hope I am in frame and you can see me. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is not what my channel is about. It's not perfection. It's a junk journal for a reason. So then what I'm going to do is then I'm going to stick this onto a piece of just normal copy paper here. I'm just going to stick it on with a little bit of my Fabri-Tac. Let's move everything out of the way. Told you I wasn't very organised. But I don't half have a lot of fun at this desk. So I thought it would be nice for you to join in. Now, let me just tell you before I go any further, I love using this glue. This is Beacon Fabri-Tac. I have actually just bought a new one, a lot bigger one, to do my journal in July. But I've still got some left in there. So I'm going to try and use this. This is a really good glue, fabric glue. It doesn't warp. It's very sticky, and you do have a little bit of wiggle room with it. Right, so I've just spread it around on there, pop it onto the paper like that, wait till it dries, and then I'm going to cut around it, and I'm going to do that with all pieces, and I'll be back when I've done that. Right, well, that did not go according to plan. So what I did, I used the templates to cut out the pieces of Christmas tree, and then I cut them out on the paper, and I shouldn't have done that really. It was just a waste of paper. So I used them to cut out the tree, and then I've stuck them onto this piece of paper. I've still got the tree stalk to put on there. So what I'm going to do now, I've not glued them down a lot. I've put a bit of glue on to tack them. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut them out, and then I'm going to measure. This is my piece of fabric. This is going to be the cover, and I'm going to measure where I want to put it on my fur cover. I'll do that now. Like I say, I'm not a pro at this, so please, this is just for fun. I just wanted to make a junk journal. I love journaling, absolutely love it. I don't pretend to know all that there is to know about. Let me move that out of the way because I'm going to get all fabric stuff on it. Yeah, I don't pretend to know what there is all to know about journaling, because I have no idea. It's all what I've picked up over the time that I've been watching tutorials. I do watch a lot of tutorials. There's quite a few out there. My favourite one of all is Amity Bloom. I've taken a course of, well, I've taken a couple of courses of Amity Bloom. Oh, that lady is so talented. And she provides, she makes the most amazing kits. If you are new to journaling, you can buy journaling kits that you can make a whole journal out of, and they're very, very inexpensive. I will leave a link down below to Amity. She's called Naz. I'll leave a link down below to her channel, and if you're interested, you can go and have a look. She has got some Christmas ones. I think she only has a couple, Naz, but there is a lot out there that you can choose from. Right, anyway, there we go. So I've cut out the tree. Let me move all that rubbish. Never throw any paper away, by the way. Yeah, I don't. I use it for all sorts. And don't forget to put this on top of your glue. Again, I'm always doing that. I'm always forgetting to put it on. And my glue is always drying up. I need a new Crafty board as well. I quite like one of them fancy glass ones, but maybe in the future. Right, so this is what we've got. And then this is going to be the tree trunk here. Can you see it coming together now? And then, oh, I haven't cut out the shape for the star yet. I'm going to do that later, but we're going to have a star on there, and then we're going to thread all these fantastic lights through the fabrics. But first of all, we have to get the tree onto the front of the journal cover. Please mess around with this. There's lots of ways you can do it. I messed up before. Like I said, I cut them all out and stuck them on paper, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just arranged them on a piece of A4, which I did do. But yeah, it would have saved time. But never mind. You live and learn, don't you? And that is what this process for me is all about, learning about all these different things. So what I've done on my cover, as you can see here, I have measured it out. I don't even know if this is in frame, so please, if it's not in frame, I'm really sorry. But it has. What I did is measured how big my journal cover is. I don't do any, when I say measured, I don't do any measuring at all. I just got my journal cover, I put it down like that, I drew around it, and I know that that's what I need now to cover my journal. And then you'll need a little bit that you can tuck in, because obviously we're going to have to pull it over, tuck it in, and then we're going to do a lining in the inside. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut at least 1 inch all the way around. So this, I'm going to cut it to size and then leave 1 inch all the way around, and I'll be back in a minute. So you can see I've cut it all round evenly, and there's 1 inch all the way around, and that is for folding over and, you know, making it neat and tucking everything in. Now what I need to do, I don't know how to do this. What can I do? So I could do it like, I could have that under there, keep your cardboard cover under there, and I need to know where the middle of everything is. So I need some pins. Let me get some pins. Bear with. Only because I want to centre, I know I said I don't measure, but I do want to centre the Christmas tree so it's in the middle. So if you get a rough idea of where just the front cover is, because don't forget you're folding in this excess here to make it nice and neat, because you're not going to see any of the cardboard. So you're folding it in there. So do that. This is the only way I can think of doing it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be perfect with junk journaling. That's what I think. If you get too hung up on things being the right measurements, in exactly the same place, yeah, it can become, like, I get very stressed if it has to be just perfect. Right, so I have measured that now. So I know that my tree has to go sort of lined up in the middle, kind of there like that. Can you see? That is going to be the front of your junk journal. Now, there's lots of things that you can do for closures as well. If you're going to do a closure, when I say closure, is, how can I explain this? Something that you close your journal with to keep it together. So you can put ribbon in. You can put sari silk in. Now, I have got under here, let me show you. This is sari silk. I got this, I don't know when I got this. I think this was a couple of months ago. And it actually might have been last year when I went to, bear with me. Let me think of the name. I have a miniature dollhouse, and I've been to a dollhouse fair and I bought this from there. Unfortunately, I don't want pink. So what I'm going to do, I'm not sure about my cover yet and the closure. Even if I have one, I don't know. But if you are going to have a closure that you want to put in now and be hidden, this is the time to do it. Actually, no, it's not. Well, it is the time to do it, but after this next step. So what you need to do next is you need to centre your tree where you want it to be. And then we're going to tack it on with your Fabri-Tac. Now, not everybody has a sewing machine. So if you haven't got a sewing machine, you're going to have to really, really glue it down to an inch of its life so it stays put. This Fabri-Tac is superb. It will hold it down, but you will have to put plenty of glue on. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tack it down, and then I'm going to get my sewing machine out. I have a couple of sewing machines, one that I just use for my paper crafting, and I am just going to tack it down and sew around my Christmas tree in black thread with a zigzag stitch. I'm not going to do that on camera because I just haven't got the space here. So that's what I'm going to do next now. I'm going to centre this, which I think that, just looking at it, I think that, let me get up and have a look in my camera. Can you see that? Oh yeah, you can. I think that's pretty central, don't you? And I'm just going to get a black thread. I'm going to stick this down now. In fact, let me do it well. I'm going to leave the paper on. And I'm just going to stick it down with some Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to try and stay away from the edges because that's where I want to sew. Oops-a-daisy. Turn it round. Sort of line it up again where you want it. See, I'm thinking I have to have it further down like this because I want my star here. And I don't want my star to go off the top of my journal. I mean, I don't mind a little bit overhanging, but I don't want too much over the top. So, press it all down like this. I mean, it will stay in place. If you are going to sew around it, it will stay in place while you sew. But if you're not, make sure that you've got every last little bit of these points stuck down. Like I say, this Fabri-Tac's really good and it will stick them down, but you will have to be generous with your glue. Right, I'm going to go off now and sew around my Christmas tree, and then I'll be back. So as you can see, I have sewn it on. Took a little bit of doing, and it's not perfect, but that doesn't matter. I've sewn on the trunk with just a straight stitch, and then I've gone round the outside with a zigzag stitch and then just gone across. As you can see, it's not perfect. There's bits hanging off it, but I don't care. I don't mind. You know, I want it to look, well, I want it to look nice, but I want to also enjoy the process. I don't want to fuss about things looking wrong. Now, I have got my star to put on, which I am going to do, but not today because I'm not very good at drawing stars. I've just had a go. Let me see if I can find the one I've just done. I put it in the bin actually, because I thought, I'm not having that. Look at that for a star. Have you ever seen anything like that? That is not a star shape, is it? I mean, it does look nice with the star on the top, or I personally think it does. But my son's coming after us, my stepson, who is very, very artistic, and I'm going to get him to just draw me a couple of little stars there, because I'm going to make 2 of these. I'm going to make one for my daughter and one for myself. But obviously, I'm only going to make the one in July with you. Well, I don't know. It depends how far we get. So, yeah, I will put the star on later on after it's been drawn properly for me. And I've also found these, I don't know, can you hear them? I've also found some gold beads, some gold bells, but they're a bit off colour. They don't look the best. But I have got some other bits and pieces in a jar here that I've got. So yeah, what I'm going to say to you now is I'm going to leave it here now. And what you need to do is get to this point, and then you need to decorate it as much as you'd like. But what you have to remember is you need to leave some space. If you're going to put the lights in, like I am, you're going to need to leave some space. There's 20 of these little LED lights. So we need 5, 10, 15, 20. So we've got 20 to go between 5 pieces. But I am seriously thinking about putting some bells on. I might just, I don't know, I might just leave that like that, or put, I don't know, you just have to work your magic. I have got here, no, I can't show it to you, but it's a full bag of Christmas goodies. If there's anything in here, like there's this bow. I mean, this is ridiculous because it's far too big. But I could get a smaller bow, couldn't I? And put a small red bow on there, which I haven't got to hand at the moment. But you know what I mean? You have to use your imagination. You can decorate it whichever way you want. So I'm going to leave it there for the time being. And I have to say, I am going to see if I can get better bells than them, because I'm not really impressed with them. Look at the colour of them. Yeah, they're a bit off, aren't they? They must be old bells then. I'm going to put them in my jar. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that there for today. And then when I come back on Thursday, hopefully everybody will have got to this stage. And then we'll have a look at how we're going to put the lights in. Not thought about that yet. Obviously, we're going to have to poke holes through the fabric. So you will need what we call a haul. And this is just a very, very sharp tool that you can poke holes with. So you will need that next time. I actually think I've got a different one than that. I can't see it. I can't see it. Bear with me. Other things that you might need are... these are blending tools. These are just blending pads if you want to distress any of your corners, which I will go on and show you how to do that. Oh, there's all sorts, but I don't want to overdo it in the first day because we've got all month. We've got all month to try and put this journal together. And what you have to remember is we're not going to be filling this journal because it's for December. So you're going to fill this in December. So all we're going to be doing is putting the journal together, i.e. making the cover and then putting pieces of signatures in rather, and then maybe making some ephemera if we've got time. There's lots of things that we can do, but we don't want to overdo it on the first day. So I'm just going to leave that there for you for the time being. And if you get to this stage, come back on Thursday. What is it today? Tuesday. Come back on Thursday. And then we'll try and get the lights in. Whether we'll be able to or not, or whether we'll have to scrap that, who knows. But we're certainly going to. Well, I am. I'm certainly going to give it a good try. Right, well, thank you very much for watching. And I shall be back on Thursday. Bye, everybody.